Are there any herbal dewormers, supplements, or ways to keep a horse healthy and worm-free? I know there are chemical commercial wormers, but is there another option? Okay. I know this is one of your favorite topics, so I'm just going to sit back.
Well, so we brought a bunch of the chemical dewormers. These are all FDA approved, safe, and effective. We even brought one of the fecal egg count tests here. But what I'm going to read to you is from the parasite control guidelines that are published by the American Association of Equine Practitioners. We shorten to AAP. Anybody can read these. They're available on their website. You got to click around a little bit, but you can find them. They have a section in the parasite control guidelines called alternative remedies. Okay. So these are not my words. This is what AAP official guidelines say.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, because I'm not sure it's the answer she's looking for. So an increasing number of so-called organic or herbal dewormers are appearing in tack shops and online, but the efficacy of these products has never been demonstrated in formal controlled evaluations or studies. These products exist primarily because they exploit differences in the labeling requirements for drug versus non-drugs. Before a drug can earn label claims for activity against parasites, the fact must be proven to the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, by extensive efficacy and safety testing. Once a dewormer is approved by the FDA, the claims that can be made in advertising that drug are regulated by the FDA, and that's what all of these are. In contrast, products that are not considered drugs do not require FDA approval before marketing. And so the advertisers of non-FDA approved products can say just about anything they want, and their products don't have to be effective. So some of the ingredients that I am familiar with that have claims to control parasites are diatomaceous earth, garlic, clove. I've even seen pumpkin seeds. None of these have studies in any species that show that they are effective. So you would be, if you do this because you are concerned about the safety of these, there's no benefit to your horse, and in fact, it's a false sense of security.
So, to answer a little bit of a question, yes, there are options out there. However, they might not actually be effective because they don't have the studies behind them to prove any sort of effectiveness.
Well, the question is, are there any herbal wormer supplements or other ways to keep a horse healthy and worm-free? As far as herbal dewormers, no. Now, I'm going to read one more sentence for you from this.
Okay.
And then we're going to leave it. The environmental control of worms using nematophagus fungi.
I love when you say big words.
Has shown promising results. Several researchers have used these fungi that are harmless to people and the environment. Unfortunately, these biological control agents are not commercially available at present.
Okay.
I'm done.
I'm not going to touch that after that.
Okay, so herbal dewormers, no. Environmental control, maybe.